Welcome to St. Peter's Prep, home to over 1,000 students and faculty. Prep features some of the best sports teams around and has had sponsorships with some of the best athletic companies around, including Adidas and New Balance. The problem is, most of these companies are laden with sweatshop labor. Our project today will take a look at these working conditions in New Balance factories and open your eyes to what actually goes into making what you wear.
New Balance was founded in 1906 by an English immigrant named William J. Riley. The company's main goal was to fix arch support problems. Today, the company's chairman is a man named James S. Davis, and on their website, it says that their mission is to demonstrating responsible leadership. As our report will show, this is not completely true. The lead contract is where we're going to be focusing our efforts on today. The factory pays its workers 28 cents an hour. This adds up to roughly a little bit over $2 a day. The workers can also get their pay docked for such things as coming into work late, or not walking on the sidewalks, or even dropping a candy wrapper. What is $2 a day? Well, let's say I bought this can of soda here. That's already half my day's wages. Imagine trying to live on that. A cup of noodles in China costs 19 cents. Now if you bought 2 cups a day, for an entire week, you've already spent an entire day's wage. That's impossible to live on.
It just takes some time, little girl, you're in a little out the right. Everything will be just fine. Everything will be alright, alright. Hey, you know they're all the same. You know you're doing.
If I worked in a factory in China, by simply stepping off the sidewalk,
hey, that'll be a day's wages. Thank you.
I've already lost my day's wages. Is that fair? These workers have to live in small dormitories with 12 other roommates. They also can get their pay deducted by simply using electricity. Now this is in direct violation of the New Balance Code of Conduct.
You know what? You're right. And I quote directly, "There shall be no deductions of wages for disciplinary purposes." This clearly contradicts themselves. Additionally, in the contract, they state that no worker should work a week longer than 60 hours. However, most workers work from anywhere from 78 to 96 hours a week. This is clearly in violation of what their stated policies are.
Can you see in the dark? Can you see the look in your face? The flashing white lights been turned off.
So what are some other problems facing Lekai factory workers? Discrimination, for one. There are several signs all around the factory that say things like, workers must be 1.7 meters tall, or female, age 18 to 30. Now this goes directly against the New Balance Code of Conduct and the Lekai Factory Workers Manual. Factory workers don't even get their holidays and vacations. When the National Labor Committee went to the Lekai factory, they found that most workers didn't even know that they were allowed paid time off. The factory manual says workers who are themselves getting married can have 3 days off. Those who are marrying late, men over 25 years old and women over 23, can get an extra 10 days off. Those who have direct relative, mother, father, spouse, child, or a parent-in-law who dies can have up to 3 days off for bereavement leave. Those who must travel to other areas for this, it will depend on the distance and the person. The travel costs will be covered by the worker. Marriage and bereavement leave will be compensated for according to the labor contract. Now many said that during such a time that they were forced to skip work or ask for time off without pay. Last year, New Balance reported that they earned $1.63 billion in annual sales worldwide. Now if they raised their hourly wage from 28 cents an hour to the US minimum wage of $7 an hour, then just imagine how much that could help the 4,000 factory employees that they have working in China. Now we asked resident mathematician Mr. Michael Settembrino to help us crunch the numbers on how this would affect their bottom line. So Mr. Settembrino, did you crunch those numbers for me?
Oh Ben, how you doing? Yes, I'll get done. 1 second. Ezekiel 4. Okay. Try to read my Bible every day. Now, let's get started. If you raise the wage of every worker by $6.72, and they work for 78 hours, we have here 78 hours a week. When you multiply those two numbers together, we're going to get about $525 per week. Now, if you take that number and multiply it by 52 weeks in a year, we're going to get $27,256 about. Now that's a total after 52 weeks. Now what we need to do now is multiply it by how many workers they have. In this case we have 4,000 workers. We're going to take this number, multiply it by 4,000, and we get about $110 million. So, if you raise the individual salary of each worker by $6.72, you come up with, at the end of a year, for 4,000 workers, an increase of about $110 million.
Thank you, Mr. Settembrino.